Hello and welcome. Jomboy and Jake Radio. How's everyone doing? Jake, how are you doing?
Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon, sports fans.
Yeah.
Doing well.
It's an afternoon show now.
Producer Biebers. We got the chat rolling. We're back.
Beavers, you put, so we can see the chat, you put it on the big screen here, you know? And when you left to pee, I saw the title, which is the first time I found out what we're talking about today.
The big reveal.
And I just looked at Jake and I was like, I guess we're talking about Viagra the musical. Didn't know.
Rehashing.
You're going to find out.
Rehashing old wounds of mine, I guess.
Yes. Are your headphones loud?
Yeah, could you turn them down
I think
a
it's
little bit?
from watching Baggage. We blasted them.
Watching
You guys good now?
Baggage.
The Finders Keepers audio was low.
Yeah.
I see.
Did you watch any of that yet? BBD?
No, that got out yet?
Yeah, yesterday. I think you'd... Holy smokes!
No.
What the hell?
Early drop.
How did that happen? I want to watch the replay of this.
Early drop. Oh. That's pretty good.
All right, anyway, Jake, we're back. We came back, then we went on vacation week. Now we're back. It's Wednesday. It's noon. We got to catch up. We got some news. We got some topics. We got someone sent us something for halftime that we are not privy to. But
BBD gave me a hint yesterday that has me more nervous than excited.
The only hint I know is that it's a food that came in a bottle.
Yeah, BBD dropped the word topping on me.
So some type of syrup?
So it could be a topping of sorts.
Or syrup, if you're from whatever part of the country says syrup.
Seems like it has multiple uses.
Serum.
I have it right here, but...
I think it's going to be like a sex syrup.
God,
No,
fingers
no.
crossed.
Okay, anyway, tune in for halftime show for that. How was Arizona?
It was good. It was good. Jim in the chat got there, flew into Vegas, went straight to Top Golf. Jess had never been.
Well, first we went and we got churros together and then left
We
the churros
left
at
the
the
churros
store.
together. We had a date night at the Jomboys with Caitlin and Jim. That was a fun day.
That was fun.
Played video games at work, and then we went home. We had a nice date night, some Korean food. Right?
Yeah, that Korean food's good.
Yeah.
We're having trouble finding a good place. I can tell you why after I hear about Arizona.
Okay. So we had a nice night. Yeah, we had some froyo after. We go to the airport. You guys watch Noodle the Doodle, #content. Land in Vegas, brought the golf clubs. Was really excited for golf and warm weather this vacation. That was my only requirements to Jess. She didn't want to go to Florida because she's from Florida, and her family is in Florida, so if she goes there, she feels required to see them, and she didn't want to see them.
Yeah, that
So
makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
And she says she doesn't go to Florida in election years, which I really like that phrasing.
I don't think it's true.
No, like for sure
She
not.
was searching for
For sure
more
not.
reasons.
Yeah.
She didn't think you were going to accept the family one, so she had
Yeah.
a backup one, but you were like,
Yeah.
cool, that makes sense. The
I'm good
family
with
thing's
both.
great.
Good with both. So
Because Arizona during election year, same shit.
Yeah.
Really.
So we go to Top Golf in Vegas, and for me, this was like, okay, this will be perfect. Like, Top Golf's entertaining enough for Jess. It's a good, like, first thing. We'll grab a bite to eat. We'll do something athletic when you're off the plane to kind of get loosey-goosey a little bit. And, dude, it was kind of cool. I mean, Vegas obviously isn't Vegas right now, and it was chilly. It's like 45 degrees. So we hit some balls. They had space heaters. Jess enjoyed it. She had a blast. You hit a couple balls. Top Golf is genius, man. So they had a game mode that was called Angry Birds. And so when you hit the ball on the TV screen, it has Angry Birds set up. So you hit the ball, and it's the game of Angry Birds.
That's fun.
So, yeah. So, I mean, you know, that was kind of fun. I got to get some golf swings in, impress Jess. Like, Jess, I don't think she's a big golf fan, so when I hit a golf ball well, she's like, oh, my God. Like, you're not a total loser. And then the rest of the vacation happened.
Katie doesn't like driving. She's right behind.
Yeah,
this wall.
she's in
Right
earshot,
behind this
so
wall.
we're playing.
Katie doesn't
nervous.
like driver's range because the loud noises scare her.
I get it. That's fair. I mean, you kind of have to know, but like after the first time, yeah.
But like she hit a ball once, and that noise scared her.
That's tough.
Can you hear us, Katie?
No response.
Okay, cool. Maybe we should
Okay.
get headphones in.
I think like Jess's Florida no travel excuse. I think Katie decided she's out on golf, and that was her line.
Yeah, she also doesn't like mini golf at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just hates golf.
Yeah.
Okay.
We each got there. So that was nice, and then we started driving because we were going to the Grand Canyon that day, and we stopped at the Hoover Dam. Which was kind of crazy because that was the announcement of, on our flight is when they officially announced Biden. So when we were driving to the Hoover Dam, they had like crazy security there, just because I think it's one of those like rules of the world, like
Protect the Hoover Dam.
when stuff is going on, protect landmarks. I don't know. Doesn't make a ton of sense. There was a ton of security, and I was traveling with weed, so just got nervous. And my license is still not a real license, so that was a scary moment. So we get to the Hoover Dam. Temperatures are dropping. We're about high 30s. It was kind of cool, though. There wasn't a lot of people there, and it is just like a marvel. It's like, what?
Yeah, it's big.
It's big, and it's also one of those things that's also, I don't want to say dumb, but dumb.
Well, it's vital. They needed it.
Yes, but also you like read the signs, and it's like, well, 150 people died building this, and you're like, man, guys are dumb.
Well, I think just like safety wasn't, they didn't have it.
Right. And I don't know, when you take that into expectation, it's like, okay.
It'd be funny if like 50 of the deaths were from like a bad lunch that got served.
Yeah.
Like the spread had like a disease in it.
Diarrhea.
Like mercury got into the sardines cans, and they're like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Like, don't blame the dam on this.
This wasn't the dam.
This is just a bad lunch.
And then there was one sad sign there that doesn't start sad. There's a big... We love the signs. If you're going to post a sign at a location, very interested. I'm not going to read it. Jess is.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to look for some keywords and stuff. So there was the dog that... It's labeled the dog that built the dam or something like that. And it's like,
I'm
okay,
not buying it.
I'm into that. So read it, and it's like, there was a stray dog that everyone befriended on the side, and he was for these, very lonely men that came out to build this. He was their dude. He was their guy.
Oh my God, his name.
Do
you know the name of the dog?
I forget.
It can't be said out loud.
I don't remember it being that offensive. Oh, the dog of... Maybe that's why they call him the dog of the dam.
They changed the...
Yeah. So the dog of the dam...
I mean, that's fucking awful.
Well, keep reading. It gets worse. So the story ends, and it's like, it's this beautiful thing. Like this... Oh. This helped keep... This helped keep all these men sane, and it was, this time in this country, blah, blah, blah. And then the last sentence is... one of the guys didn't realize he was sleeping and they under his car, and they ran him over. And it's like, well, fuck, man. Like, what? So that was kind of the
February 21st, a truck backed over the sleeping mascot.
How bad did that guy feel? They probably killed that guy. He's one of the deaths.
And they counted the dog death.
Yes.
They're down to 148 plus the 50 sardines.
Huge.
Yeah.
So that was cool. We go to the Grand Canyon. Reminder.
Some of the dead guys are like in the walls of these things.
Oh, sure.
They get stuck in the cement and they just keep cementing over them. Yeah.
I just did a really good impression for
like
those
the
just
George
listening
Washington
on the
Bridge
podcast.
is filled of dead bodies.
Yeah. What's that smile on your face?
Maybe.
Maybe. It's not confirmed, but it's a maybe.
I don't know that for a fact.
But why not?
Why not?
Why not? Why not live that way?
Yeah.
So we go to the Grand Canyon. Reminder, I'm there for heat and golf. It's snowing at the Grand Canyon, which was cool. And it's a funky area, man. We kept wondering, how do really rich people do the Grand Canyon?
They don't.
Right?
They don't.
Well, but they do.
Hey, fly a helicopter over.
Yeah.
And, like, there's one person in a helicopter that's interested. And the others are like, okay, we did it. We good? Get all you need, honey?
But I don't know, man, because, I mean, I could picture myself being a rich person and being like, hey, I want to, spend a few days at the Grand Canyon. Like, I think that's a normal human thought process. But there's not, like, really fancy hotels. There's not, like, houses that you could Airbnb and rent out. So I don't really know. I'm really curious, like, the next rich person we come across. I want to be like, hey, have you gone to the Grand Canyon? And how did you do it?
And they'll say,
Nah.
nah.
Went to Vegas, took a chopper.
They'll be like, we don't visit tourist sites, we build them.
Who were you talking to in that story?
I had someone I was thinking about. Yeah. Herbert Hoover. What do you think his middle name was?
Ask Trev. Trev would say he hiked across to and fro the Grand Canyon.
You just say you got to RV it.
And then the story would end with, well, we took an RV and we took a picture.
Herbert Hoover. What do you think his middle name was?
Ooh. He's not a Triple H, is he?
I wish he would. Wish it was Herbert Henry Hoover. Like, I mean, it's just a...
Is
layup.
Hubert Humphrey have an H as a middle name? Hubert Humphrey. Because, yes, Hubert Horatio Humphrey. He had it figured out.
His parents. Don't give him credit.
I'd have to read more.
You think he
don't
named
know.
himself? Herbert Clark Hoover.
Wow. See, that's such a
Brutal.
miss.
Yeah.
You have to go for the H's there.
Yeah.
Enjoyed the Grand Canyon. We were definitely city folk. We didn't do like a major hike down it. And you can kind of tell. Like we were at a nice viewing point, and these guys next to us looked pretty shook. And they were like, "Hey, you guys want a picture?" We said, "Yes, obviously." And then we were like, "Oh, so what have you guys been up to?" And they were like, "Well, we hiked 50 miles yesterday." And we're like, "Oh my god, 50?
Passing. Giants fired their O-line coordinator.
Oh my!
So now I got to tune into Talking Giants because Bobby is such an O-line guy. All he tweeted so far was, whoa.
It's a huge day for Bobby.
I mean, they might hire him.
Well, no. I'm going to lean no on that.
They might think about.
No.
It's a weird one.
Someone might tweet at Bobby, they should hire you.
That's so weird. Mid-season.
And they replaced him with
It's
his
his
their
first
bu-
year.
it's their
His first
bye
year,
week,
they're
right?
on the bye week.
I kind of love it.
But it's Colombo's first year with the Giants, and the O-line's played better, and that's why they've won 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
For, like, more than any other reason.
That's pretty funny.
Like Andrew Thomas has now put together, like, 3 good games in a row, and he was bad.
What a flex by Joe Judge.
I love
fire
that,
anyone.
I love that bye week.
They were
It's
bad,
like-
really bad before that, so, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But
I like that. I like using bye week as, like, be scared.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you think you're going to go on a 2-week vacation?
No.
Make that 10 weeks. You're fired.
You just lost a gig.
And that just happened to Fitzpatrick, a month ago now?
Yeah. I mean, they do that with
That happens with
quarterbacks,
quarterbacks
but
if you have the rookie.
good for them. How about Talking Giants? Grand Canyon's cool. Go there. Take your pictures. It was cool when it was snowing there. It's just larger than life. Went to Sedona. We loved Sedona. Played some golf. I gave you a teaser on this one. Well, vortexes, Jim. Energy. Spiritual. Energy. Played golf. Played with 2 old guys, Bill and James.
Bill and James. How come you don't go James and Bill?
They were Bill and James.
Okay. Some people are that
That's
way.
how they offered
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
So they did a whole thing. We played 10 holes of golf because their signature hole is the 10th hole. So if you sign up for 9, they give you the 10th. Played with them, played pretty well. And then a couple days later, I was like sneaking in another round before we drove to Scottsdale. And I join up, and who's there but Bill and James?
Like same tee time?
I don't think it was the same.
Like they had
It might have been.
Did they have? But you guys were both going to the same tee time the second day as well. Like you played 1 through 10 again
Yes.
with each other, and they weren't standing around waiting. Like you both showed up and.
Yes.
That's pretty fun.
So that was pretty funny. So we all had a chuckle about that.
Do you think they were mad?
Well, we had a no.
Do you think they were like, we wanted to play just Bill and James so we can make out on each green like we do every year, but then you tag along, you ruin the makeout party. They're like, fuck, we have to go back the second day, and then you show up again, and they're like, what the fuck?
I made it very clear if that's what they're into, I'm for it.
Okay.
And I even tried to slip a little tongue in there. No, they were stoked because
I putt better after a kiss, Bill.
Bill was like old.
88.
Younger than that, but like old for the golf course.
78.
He's moving slow. Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
So I think when I showed up again, they were stoked because they were worried about being old and moving slow. Oh, and dude, pretty funny. The first time I played with them about hole 3, they're like, so what do you do for work? Whatever accent that was.
This was like 1920s.
Yeah. Gangs of New York.
Yeah.
They were both in the gang of
Yeah, that
Gangs
was
of
like
New
an
York.
Irish. That was Daniel
Yeah.
Day-Lewis
Yeah.
in Gangs of New York.
Who's Bill? So I told them, I was like, oh, well, actually, I kind of have a sports media company with my buddy. And they both just laughed and were like, knew they couldn't hold that conversation. But they had a couple good jokes. They were like, oh, so you filming this whole thing? Like, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, saw you guys make out on the green.
Contacts.
So, no, I think they were
They
stoked.
just kick the shit out of you.
Oh,
Like, delete
yeah.
that footage.
Yeah.
Delete that footage.
Get rid of that. But, so on the second day, we had a fourth. The first day was just the 3 of us. The second time we had a fourth, and the fourth was clearly the outsider.
Oh,
like, we were the crew of 3.
What was his name?
I don't remember. He's from Ohio.
Ugh.
Yeah. It's not nice. That's not nice.
Oh, man.
They live in Cincinnati.
Speaking
listening.
Speaking of Ohio, let's call my butthead brother.
Okay. Happy 21st, Luke.
Yeah.
21-20 fun. Ooh.
Who's that
21
girl?
guns.
I think I can do this on the computer.
Tough day for Ohio fans. It really is.
You know what? I did that yesterday on Talking Baseball, and it was just
Sure.
because I laid down such a serious
Right.
take about sexism and don't be sexist, and I was
Right.
in very serious mode. And the next thing Trev said was, I actually also like her because she's from Indiana. So I wanted to just
Right.
throw a completely different vibe out, and I said, actually, I hate Indiana.
Yeah.
So I hope Indiana people aren't like mad at me because I was just trying to
And I
change
think
the vibe.
I think his defense on that was that Gibby is from around there. And, you know, he's a friend of the pod that we might be linking up with soon. So that would be, we might have to open with that.
Yeah, Trev's a big Indiana guy.
Jomboy hates you. That's such bullshit.
Also, like, she was just born there. By the time she was in elementary
Yeah.
school, she was in New York, so then Trev hated her.
Trev was being like a West Coast apologist.
Is that coming through my headphones or the computer?
Headphones.
I've got it in the headphones.
It's my brother's birthday.
Luke.
Also does a lot with the company.
Previous intern Luke.
I think he's leaving Ohio
No, it's just Luke.
for Thanksgiving. Unavailable. What a dickhead.
Wow. Jerk of the year. Turned 21 and now you're an asshole.
Guess
Right.
we don't care about his birthday at all.
No. It's over for me.
No.
It's over for me.
That was his chance.
Oh, I had a typo in the breakdown I just posted. It's good because, like, some people do typos on purpose because it generates more interaction.
Right.
Which it does.
Yeah.
Because all the comments and all of it are, what's the sound? Because I forgot the second S in season. And it's baffling to me, like, how many people do it.
Going.
Like,
It's their opportunity.
it's like, yeah.
They didn't have something to say, and
Yeah.
still you provided that.
Yeah. I wish I did it on purpose. I'd feel smarter if I was like, I'm going to do a typo on purpose to get engagement, but I just truly don't care about spelling.
Yeah, I mean, if you come back with that argument, it sounds like bug eating stuff.
I did it on purpose?
Yeah.
I didn't, though.
I know.
Yeah.
But if you were to reply to them like, gotcha.
No, but some
Oh, yeah.
like companies know that and will do it on purpose.
It's kind of genius. But you can't reply it. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you definitely have. This bug eating stuff. We have a bug eating shirt.
You would have been proud of me. We drive down. Well, we drive down to Scottsdale, Phoenix, and we hit up a brewery on the way that was recommended by a Talkin' Yanks fan. The Verde Brewing. He's like, my buddy owns it.
Verde.
So we popped by. I didn't like say we were going, and the guy came out and he's like, "Are you by chance Talkin' Jake?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh man, yeah, my buddy said you might swing through." Blah blah blah. He was really cool. So we love community, and it was half price nachos, so that was kind of more important.
That's like your
like Jess let out a pretty big groan, and then
we're getting nachos.
Yeah, you would have been proud of me. We stayed at a casino. I didn't gamble at all.
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
You didn't even put one roulette spin down?
Nothing. Well, I'll tell you my logic.
Okay.
So,
because I mean, even BBD was at a casino with us, and he saw the daily roulette spin.
Yeah. I mean, it's free money, so it's kind of dumb. So we went to the 311 concert with Cole Tucker, and the tickets were kind of pricey because they do it by car. So me and Jess were going to go. And, for 4 people, it would have been kind of normal. For 2, it was a little high for a 311 concert. But Jess really wanted to go to a concert. I was interested, see Kotuck and the gang, whatever. So in my head, I put my roulette losings towards the 311 tickets. So that was my gambling.
Much worse gamble.
Yeah. Just, bad brain stuff for sure.
Jess really liked 311, though, so that's good.
Yeah, she loves concerts. We had a good time. Talking Stick is where we stayed, which is kind of funny.
Jess's, I said, how was 311? And she said, they're really bad.
Yeah, oh, yeah. She had a blast.
She was, like, shocked. She's, like, genuinely, like, they're bad.
It's, I think if it was in...
It was just funny because she was, like, confused by it.
Yeah. So, and that's where I think I can help because they have like your classic lead singer, Amber's the color of your energy, blah, blah, and then they have like the kind of the white rap guy that pops in. He's like, oh, what you go? Oh, 311. Oh. He didn't do that.
Is he going to beat you up if he hears that?
Oh, yeah, he should. But like if it was in like a tight venue, like a small venue, and they were cranking and going nuts, you'd be like, it would be a wild concert, which you probably wouldn't know from 311. But for a drive-in concert, it was kind of odd. But we had a good time.
Does the rap guy do like full songs?
He does like verses.
Oh, okay.
Verses. So they'll do like regular verse, and then he comes in. And,
at some point, the other guy's like, I think this is going to be a solo one, huh?
Yeah. So, our biggest songs don't have you. So,
there's a band called Dr. Dog that I really like.
Dr. Dog.
Dr. Dog, great name.
Yeah.
They're actually very well respected. You'd know some songs.
Okay.
But they have like a couple different lead singers and writers, and it's a clear like I like that guy. I wouldn't listen to that style.
Right.
Like, they have like half and half. It's very weird when bands
just
do
like
that.
it sneaks up on you, and with the weird 2020 venue, it kind of wasn't the scene. But it was good. Saw Cole Tucker. He's the man. He was there with Kingery and some other guys. His mom drove him to the concert, and that's obvious.
Is that one car?
Yeah.
Did his mom stay for the concert?
Yeah.
Lil Bro wasn't there?
Baby Bro wasn't there.
Interesting.
So that was cool. And then I think the other highlight, I golfed in Scottsdale. And for any of the golfers out there, you kind of the mindset is if you play with guys who are good, you're gonna play up to that competition, and you're gonna play well too. One guy had never played, no interest in playing. The other guys were pretty rough, so we get going. And this was the only 18 holes straight I was playing. I was like, this kind of stinks. I kind of blew it. Cart girl comes around on hole 3, and I'm being friendly, obviously. And the guy who hadn't played was picking up his ball a lot. Like, first tee shot, he hits it right into the water, which was to the right of the tee box. and he just didn't play the rest of the hole. So he wasn't there.
Wouldn't you rather that though?
Oh, absolutely.
Then if you're playing with a first timer, you'd rather them just drop it.
Oh, yeah.
And do that, or not play.
Like have a 1 ball a rule hole, and if it's not happening, whatever. So yeah, it was fine, and they kept it moving well enough.
You don't want to play with the guy like, no, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get it.
Oh yeah, no, that's a long day. So hole 3, cart girl comes around, and she pulls up and she looks at the guys and she goes, Chet has a tab going for everyone, and that's when I realized they were there for a work thing. They were a bunch of contractors. So again, I don't know really how they ended up there because none of them wanted to golf. But the like lead guy of their crew turned to me.
Bars were closed because of COVID, so they just had to drink on the open.
Just had to drink it out.
Links, yeah.
I like that. So the main guy of the crew I was with turned to me and was like, "Hey, like it's work tab, get whatever you want." So I was like, "All right." So got some snacks, got a double margarita.
Now you didn't like let out any
time.
frustrations on any shots where they were like, "Come on, man."
No. I had one hole where I thought about getting mad, but it was.
Did you like have a good swing or an impressive putt and they made you feel bad about it? Like they're like,
yes.
Look at Mr. Fancy over here.
Yes, because I pulled up to the first tee and they were like, "So do you golf?" And that's are you a good golfer? And that's always the most loaded question on a golf course.
Yeah.
Because to some people, I am a pretty good golfer. To a lot of other people, I'm a bad golfer.
Yeah.
To these guys, I would be considered a good golfer.
Kind of like, how's the weather?
A little bit. So every time I hit a good shot, I said something like, I'm okay. I hit it the right way. So every time I hit a good shot, they're like, "Oh, hit it the right way, huh?" And it's like we're like by hole 3, that joke gets old, and they kind of went with that the whole round.
Keep punching it.
Yeah. So that was a good time. Not golfing, and I think that's why Angry Jake didn't come out because. Once
they didn't say what's your handicap.
My guard was down. No, you don't really do that. And
say all of them.
Like if a guy drops that, and then you're like, okay, just dropping your handicap, kind of not into it. So yeah, that was kind of the vacation.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed to this channel, do it. Here, I made it easy for you. Just click that link.
Wow.
And then click the subscribe button.
Bang.
Appreciate you.
Done. What was you had my dog?
Had Noodle.
You had my dog.
Huge dog.
You were hiking. You were breaking down.
One hike.
Last staycation ever?
Yeah. Well, I think if we go down a lockdown soon, that's going to be very similar to what my life was.
That is a staycation.
It sucks.
Yeah.
I think I made 12 breakdowns while I was gone.
I've heard multiple people say that number, so.
Which is
multiple people being now just the two of you.
Hashtag rumors.
Yeah, I mean, staycation, not for me, man. It was all right when Katie and I had things to do, like when we went hiking that one day, it was good. Another day, we went to Montclair and like went to a bookstore and antique stores and farmer's market. But there was 3 days where because she had done the whole move and took a lot of time off to do the move and decorate the house and all that shit while I was doing World Series stuff. She was like, I need hours.
Yeah.
I need to work. So there's, I think, 3 days of my staycation where she was working all day. And then I was like, well, what do I do?
Right.
I can only watch, like, sit on the couch. I can't just sit on the couch. And I'm old now. Like, 24-year-old me could have sat on the couch and watched, like, 10 episodes straight of a Netflix show and loved it. Like, what a day. This is fantastic. Now I, like, have work brain.
You're a multitasker.
Yeah, well, I'm never just going to – I always have to have, like, 2 screens going.
Right. Not 24-year-old you necessarily.
Yeah, he was –
You were heading that way.
I would read while I watched
You could.
watch shows and games.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Read when you drove.
Yeah, well, it's around town.
Yeah.
It's delivering.
Delivering
food. I had a,
Yeah.
It wasn't while the car was moving
Just
all
phase.
the time.
All the time. If you knew the road.
Yeah, if I knew the road. If no one's ahead, I can get some pages in here going 25. And then it was, drop off a delivery, read a chapter in the street.
Right.
drive
Come
back to
back.
Domino's, pick up the next pizza.
Run it back.
A chapter per delivery was usually the
Yeah.
thing. I crushed books when
Yeah,
I worked at
you did.
Domino's. Read like a book a week.
Yeah.
That was awesome. But yeah, I made a lot of breakdowns. Some weird breakdowns. Did you see any of them? So I did I started
Field
throwing
hockey.
field hockey. Yeah.
Dogs.
Yeah, I have another dog one. I
Dog
showed
one
you a
on
little
deck.
bit. I haven't edited it yet.
You got a teaser on that.
I needed to do a baseball one, so that's why I did this Will Smith versus Will Smith one, because all the people are like, "Go baseball, stick to baseball."
Off-season Jomboy doesn't know what to do with his dick.
Yeah, so I had to do a baseball one to break it up, but I have like 5 more food ones ready to go. I can schedule out.
Food, yep.
I am gonna do the food like every day, and then I have another dog one. I want to do, and then some more weird sports. I did the foosball one. Someone sent us that. Like a foosball enthusiast emailed that, and the email was really nice. Big fan, blah, 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 blah. The foosball community's been hit hard. We can't have any events. It could use some talking about.
You don't have to tell me, man.
And he, like, everything I said, he sent it to me in an email. He's
Right.
like, this is the number 1 seed. This is his rival. They're playing this. It was really, so that was nice of him.
Can do anything you want in this world.
Yeah. And then, did you see the grab bag video? That was fun, except I got the date wrong.
I did see the grab bag video. What was that?
Well, you commented on it, like, scared
Then maybe
about
I did.
this. Because I just asked for a random date.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The random date video. Yeah.
I got a lot of people that liked that concept, so I might do it again.
Yeah, I was worried about that concept taking over your life.
No, I probably
Because,
do
like, that avenue is always going to be there.
probably once a week. Because
Okay.
I don't think you'd find something. But I did the wrong date, much
Sure.
like the typo, and then
Yeah.
that's all they comment. Which, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just who I am.
It's a bad feeling for you.
Yeah, stumbled into a pretty weird inning.
Yeah, it was good. Worked out. You can break down anything.
Have you since gone and looked at what the right date was supposed to be, and if you like?
I haven't. A lot of people have. I got a lot of messages like, "This is the inning he was probably requesting." I was like, that dude didn't know I was gonna turn his date into a, like he wasn't
Yeah.
requesting a specific game.
He just gave you one.
Gabe. But I don't know how I'm gonna go about that, because now if I ask for a random date, people are gonna know and they're gonna give me dates that they have in mind. So I don't think I'm gonna tweet out for a random date. I'm gonna find other methods, like put numbers in a hat and have BBD pick it out or something like that,
Sure.
and just find a day and find
A
something
lot
interesting.
of ways to do random.
Yeah.
Whatever gets me involved, I'm happy
Yeah.
with.
BBD's in.
Yeah, that was my staycation. Watched a lot of shows.
And all I ever wanted.
Went on a hike with your dog, Noodle. Gave him a lot of comfort while he ate.
So let's just do this
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
You spent a week with Noodle.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it went better than expected from what I've heard from you guys.
Yeah.
Because he's giant.
Yeah. My only issue, where if you were to have like a camera on me and you probably would have been like, come on, Jimmy.
Right.
Is I would just like, Noodle, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
Because he just wants his head
right
here.
there. Yeah.
So when I was folding laundry and watching a show, I built a Noodle barricade.
Yeah. Okay.
So like I had like ottoman, table, chair.
That makes
And
sense.
this was my space, and it was like,
Wall.
Noodle, sorry, but you have to lay over there.
Great wallow noodle.
That was the only thing
Okay.
where I was probably like muttering, like, just get out of here right now.
Yeah.
But other than that, he was on the couch. It was fine.
He's chilling. Yeah. He,
But he creeps up on you.
oh, yeah.
Like all of a sudden, Noodle's
Yeah.
here. And he's big.
He's
like,
massive.
To push him away,
Yeah.
you feel bad about the
Force.
strength you have to
Yeah.
use to get him to budge a little. He's a big dog.
Yeah, and that's where Jess and I haven't helped because we enjoy that, but he's a huge animal. That, like, there's times when I'm watching baseball or whatever I'm watching, and, like, he's on me or he's over me. He does the noodle bridge to, like, show ownership.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I play through it because that's just how I live. And then people come over. And so, because, people have their, like, if someone comes over, Noodle gets hyped and he's big and it's a lot. And the best way to do it is, like, 5 minutes, play with him, lean into it. He starts to come down and then you're good. But, like, one of the main things he does is, like, if you sit on the couch, he wants to bridge over you.
Yeah, he wants to be on you or over you at all
Yes.
times.
And I forget how daunting that is for people that don't have a giant dog do that to them regularly.
Yeah.
He's a sweet boy, though. He's a sweet boy.
Yeah.
He's a lover.
He was very nervous about everything the first 3 days. I felt bad.
Yeah. Wouldn't you be? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Yeah. And then he had a little...
I live here now?
He had a little puppy,
Yeah.
like, stealing his food.
It's pretty
Stealing
funny,
his
though.
toys at all times.
He's been...
Mac would steal his toy, like, Noodle didn't stand a chance.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just waiting for Noodle to snap back, because everyone knows
No.
the little dog to older dog dynamic. And usually it's like an hour in and okay.
Here's
and
one.
then you get like 2 hours of freedom. Yeah. Noodle never snapped on Mac. And if Noodle went and picked up a toy and put it in his mouth, he looked right. And Mac was there grabbing it out of his mouth.
It's good. It's good. And I think that comes from Noodle. His older dog that was his acquaintance was this like 13-year-old Australian Shepherd. So when Noodle was a puppy, double the dog size, and she had like a limp. So Noodle would like go over this dog and like bite her ears. And this dog would just like limp and turn, and there was like nowhere to go. So that dog never snapped. So I think that's where Noodle learned its rules. Dogs are nuts, man.
Yeah.
I just followed this dog account where this lady's trying to teach it how to like communicate. Like she's got a map on the floor with different buttons that are words.
Oh yeah. Katie tried to train Mac to like put his toys away like in the basket.
Yeah.
It's cracking me up. She like put the toy in his mouth, walk him to the basket, drop it, treat. It's like he's not gonna do this.
That's a lot.
He's not gonna. We did train Mac to wipe his feet on the mat when he's raining out.
It's pretty good.
Because if he comes in and he sits on the mat, he gets a treat. But now he gets a treat every time. He like goes outside just to come back in.
Oh yeah.
And also Noodle doesn't like being outside. And so last night we got home at 5:30. From 5:30 to 8 p.m., Mac was just outside.
Ow.
And he's like an old man on a lawn chair in the driveway. Like he just sits and just looks at the wind. Looks at the wind.
Yeah.
And he just loves being outside.
Noodle likes that, just inside.
No, Noodle likes the couch and sleeping.
He likes looking outside from the couch and sleeping.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's good though.
It's good.
No more staycations for me.
I have one other dog story
Okay, yes.
before we really start the episode.
Yeah, before we get going.
So, we're back. We get into, go mode. Jess is miserable because she's, she went on vacation and then she comes back to her regular job, which is always daunting.
Mm-hmm.
So she does that. She has a pretty miserable Monday. So I wake up on Tuesday. Wait, Jomboy and Jake people know. To Jess crying. I'm like, This is bad. This is bad.
Oh, no.
Not a sad, I hate my boyfriend cry.
Thank God.
It was a sad, like, I'm hurt cry. So I get up, and I'm like, hey, what's up? And she just had a pain in her lower back. So I don't know, getting old or whatever it was. It got better as the day went on. It was fine. But, tough start to the day. Back from vacation. I mean, I wake up to my significant other crying. That's a bad emotion. And most importantly, Noodle, who we just talked about, was getting groomed. And Jess was going to walk him to the groomer. But because she was hurting, I was like, yeah, I can do that. Not a problem. But I was already on my way out the door. I didn't know this. So I was like, okay, in a rush, grab the dog. Let's go. Take 2 steps outside and realize I don't have poop bags. So it's about a 10-minute walk to the groomer. So I'm like, Noodle, let's just keep those.
It's fall, dude. I mean, I did that with Mac a lot. You just shake some leaves.
So I'm like, Noodle, let's keep those cheeks tight.
Yeah.
We'll make it.
You walk just cupping his butthole the whole time.
We'll be good. Yeah, finger in the butthole the whole time.
Plug it up.
We take about 25 steps, and he starts pooping. And I'm like, okay. And Jim.
That morning coffee.
You and I are survivors. It is in the middle of a busy New York City sidewalk. So I grab a pile of leaves. I grab the poop in those leaves. I'm a hero. I'm a superhero.
Oh, yeah.
I think lesser people would have left it. I've got a lot of eyes on me.
Dude.
Like, what are you going to do? Like, you better pick up that poop.
Yeah.
So I pick up the poop. So I'm like, okay, problem averted. We walk 3 more blocks. Noodle starts circling again. I go, you got to be kidding me. No Leafs around.
No way.
So he starts dropping heat. I guess he didn't take his trousers off. He's got a nice flap on his trousers. And he did it close enough to a plant.
You just kicked it right in there.
That
It's a little side shoe nudge.
anyone that was close and watching, I did like reach into the pockets, like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely about to grab this. And then once the scene cleared, I just bolted. And I felt bad. But he double pooped on me. Sans back. I had one heroic effort. I'm not gonna. If the Leafs were there, I would have done it again. But there's no Leafs.
Yeah, when I didn't have bags in New York, I did Leaves, or I just went to like the Taco Bell and got napkins.
Yeah.
That was next door. But we were on the hike with both dogs.
Yeah.
Now, Katie, for some reason, like I don't take her mini golfing.
Sure.
Because I know she doesn't.
She hates golf.
She's made it clear she doesn't like
hates
golf. I've never once been like, I'm a hiker.
Right.
Or I like long walks.
Yeah.
I've never given out that vibe, but she's like, afterwards she was like, I guess you're not going to be my hiking buddy. I'm like, what, 5 years in?
Yeah.
You've realized this?
Yeah.
Like, I don't enjoy this. Like, it was beautiful. I told
Right.
her my ideal thing is we walk halfway to the most scenic spot. We picnic. I read a little book. We hang out there. I don't need to just keep walking aimlessly. I need a
Ooh.
destination. Get me to a rope
Okay.
swing, like a cliffside
Yeah.
view. Like, get me somewhere. But we just did a loop. And I'm like, it looked the same the whole way.
Yeah.
And so anyway, the dog shit, right?
You guys need to start planning a picnic.
The dog shit. We did the easy hike. She wants to do like the hard hikes.
Right.
I don't know if I showed you how sweaty I got.
Very interested.
Yeah, I'll show you. Because I had a backpack on and I was pulling Noodle for a little bit, who was just like ripping my shoulder out.
Yeah.
So I switched. Noodle listened better for Katie. But my point is the dogs pooped in the woods, right? And we're hiking
Sure.
like in the middle of the woods.
Right.
And Katie's like, we have to pick this up. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Right.
We're in the woods. So then the whole way back, I'm carrying shit in my hand.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Katie, like, deers live here.
Barehanded.
Now, they've got a little bag, but,
Yeah.
but deers live here.
Right.
No one's picking
What
up
do you
the
think
deer
they do?
shit.
Yeah.
There's bears here.
Yeah.
No one's picking up the bear shit.
Bear shit.
But I got so many field hockey videos on my phone.
You do.
I can get you some more.
I've seen that. Yeah.
I don't have the sweaty picture, but my whole shirt was drenched. So that was my hike.
It's your cardio.
Yeah, the problem was we were hiking on like loose stones, like
Okay.
cobblestone streets, but really
Rubble.
loose.
Okay.
So it was not good footing.
Okay.
That was annoying. My sister's doing like she's like climbing.
Elizabeth.
Yes, she's like free fall climbing shit.
Denver, baby.
I don't like it. I have no say in what she does with her life. But I'm actually pretty like anti this.
Yeah.
Like, why would you put yourself in death's way?
Right.
Look what she's doing. So they're not hooked up to anything until they hook up to something like, hook up to the next.
This doesn't look too bad to me.
Do you see how high up they are?
Yeah. But like that's got a bit of an incline to it. Yeah.
You fall from there, you die and no one's surprised.
Right.
It's not like
This looks like it has enough
it's not like
of an incline.
it's not like you would need to land wrong.
Right. Denver, man. They'll do that to you.
Not into it. She sent that to the group chat, and then at the end she said, like, we're safe, and I just said, people are mad at you.
I'm one of them.
Might be the only one.
I am the person.
All right, is there any sports news? We already covered the offensive line firing.
Yeah, we
by
got the
Giants.
big offensive line story. BBD, it's one of the biggest days of his life.
Nick's draft night.
Nick's draft
Just every
night.
year. I just like
This
drafts.
year's the year,
period.
you know?
You like drafts?
This year's the year.
I like drafts in general, but also with basketball, I do have a bit of heart in it because the Knicks will find a way to upset you. I've been saying for literal months, there's no way I can end up like upset tonight because I'm kind of comfortable with any realistic option. And the Knicks have made it clear this morning they might make me upset tonight. 'Cause
They will.
They already did one trade. Rumor is they're trying to move up, and it's like there's nobody worth moving up.
They will
Yeah.
disappoint.
I'd rather you
you.
just have as many picks as you can and just get multiple guys and hope one of
What
them accidentally works
What
out.
year do you start talking like a Knicks fan?
It's late 20s.
Okay, because what you do isn't Knicks fandom.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
the
I'm
fact
not-
you're putting stock into this, and you're like, they might disappoint me. Like,
No. They'll disappoint me in the grand scheme of things. Absolutely. I mean, tonight.
I think real Knicks fans dread the draft because they just know.
Oh no. We all lie.
Like we're walking into a fire.
No, there's lies.
but
There's
you
lies.
have hope behind your eyes still.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
And it's
I
good.
missed the darkest
And
years.
use the hope. Use the hope, BBD, because you've still got a good 5 years. That
Until you get a Steve Cohen, nothing good will happen.
Oh, I'm pushing.
yeah.
I've been tweeting
BBD's
at him a
pushing
lot.
for Steve Cohen.
That's why I feel so good for Mets
Like
fans.
every three.
Because
like every
I
3
do not
days.
think the Knicks will ever be anything more than a severe embarrassment until they change ownership.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's weird to me. Like I would be, when John Carroll.
I don't think-
You know when Stanton said to the Marlins,
You've never supported a loser.
go Baggies.
I support a loser every day of my life.
Yourself?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who are they going to draft?
We'll see. So what is exciting is they're currently dancing around. They did a little trade this morning. They
had 3 picks coming in
they're
today,
setting up
2
the
late
fan
ones.
base for another good one. Is all I'm saying.
They've made it exciting when there's just no business making it exciting.
They
this
traded.
year.
So they had a couple extra picks. They had what, 28 and
They
38.
had 27 and 38.
So they packaged those picks and they moved up to 23.
Okay.
So they moved up 4 picks.
They have an early pick
from
too.
27 to 23.
Yes.
What does that matter?
So that's a great point.
That's
So this is where it
That's
gets
the
fun.
question.
So normally, if that trade happened, it would happen during the draft, and you'd go up and you'd get the guy you want, right?
Yeah.
And that'd be like you're okay. They did that trade because they wanted that guy, and he would go in the next 4 picks. Done.
Okay.
Why did they do this 10 hours before the draft?
It's not because they have a master plan. I'll tell you that.
The only logical reason would be is that they told another team,
They're working on another move.
I can tell you why.
if you have the 23 pick, then we'll trade with you.
I can tell you why.
Okay.
They tried to do a deal with someone, and that
Yeah.
team said, "We're only looking at the top 25 picks."
Right.
If and
not
the only
trying to trade out of
they
20
said
the top
that to the
25.
Knicks just as like
As a
a
prank.
polite.
Yeah.
Like, let me find a reason. Like, Jess didn't want to go to Florida because it was an election year. You knew that was bullshit.
Yeah.
But she needed to give you a reason. Team gave the Knicks, like, that reason. Like, we're only looking for
Yeah.
top 25. Sorry, guys. Instead of saying, like, go fuck yourself. Get out of here.
Yeah.
And the Knicks came back, and now they have this, and they're going to be like, well, we got a top
We're in
25.
the top 25.
And that team is going to be like, oh, my God. Like, you took that seriously?
Because that's what we were saying earlier.
fucking really
if you
care.
if you have that, you make sure that's in place.
Yeah.
So then you do that trade.
You
and
wait.
then you do that trade.
The logic would tell you wait till you're like at 20 and you know one of the 2 guys you like will be there.
So now the
What's the rush?
The further rumor is they're going to trade up because they also have the 8th pick in what's supposed to be a historically bad draft, which would be pretty Knicksy, as Knicksy as it gets.
It's not bad. There's nobody who's like guaranteed to be good.
No.
This is the year more than any other year. It's better to just have as many picks as possible and hope one works.
Well,
rather than bank on one
what
being
would be
good.
the odds of they just, like, stay with the 23rd now?
That's what I would like them to do.
If they do, I mean, there'd be some explaining to do. And I don't know what that could be.
Yeah. Well, it could be someone told us if we got above 25, they'd do something.
'Cause it would be like-
And they'd be like, they lied to us. And that team would be like, we were fucking bullshit.
We know the team.
Yeah,
with
of
the
course we were lying to you.
we know the team with the 24th pick is going to take this guy, and it's like, well, what if the draft happens and the team at 22 takes him? So the Knicks are setting their fans up for disaster to a degree. As always, there's
If you-
also some veteran players out there like Russell Westbrook, who his contract's a disaster. That there's a lot of rumors about him in the Knicks.
Shatter.
So it's kind of exciting to see what will happen. It's not excitement that it's going to lead to winning, but it's kind of like, how does it happen? How do you get there?
They'll
Change the owner.
They'll like fallback option / what I'm trying to convince myself is happening, and it's not.
Ooh, can you read the passing news?
Passing.
Hall of Fame jingle writer Bubak, just 18 seconds ago. I don't know if you're in the chat. Just let me know that Harvey Updike passed away in July.
Oh.
That's sad. He couldn't have been old enough to die of natural causes. But that guy lived an angry life, so he probably had a lot of... What happens when you get angry a lot? Cholesterol or just
Ulcers.
like...
Blood pressure.
Blood pressure.
Harvey Updike.
Yeah,
Dead.
that's sad.
Damn.
So you know what I did?
July of this year.
I drove.
It's a bittersweet episode.
I put Spike 80 in the tumor trees. Will they die? Are they dead? No, but they will.
It will be. So sorry. Sorry to bring the mood down like that.
Bubak. I mean, he is like he is one of my top 20 quotes.
Yeah. Maybe top 10.
I don't. It's. I saw where they
died
put
a
a
little while
Scam
ago.
Newton jersey on the Bear Bryant statue.
I mean, the whole interview. We've probably played it on... How many times do you think we've played that on JJR?
3.
I've got the over on that.
Yeah, a lot.
I've got the over on that.
Bad news is he died in July.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Oh,
sad.
we...
Just happened,
Yeah. That's why it's sad.
That's why it's sad.
and we missed it.
And
We've
yeah,
probably played it on this show since then.
Yeah, that's probably a good call.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
not poison the tumor trees.
I think that's
Isn't
it,
that
man.
illegal? Think I give a damn? Roll Tide. I don't give a damn. Hard into the nets is a big thing.
Hard into the nets.
Basketball sucks.
You say that. It's a different kind of entertainment. It's entertainment you don't enjoy. The stars move around a lot, which leaves a lot of teams with hope.
Yeah.
And hope's what drives kind of everything.
The least number of teams.
Players just
any
saying,
given
I
year
want to
have
go
a
to this
chance.
team and then
So that's a
forcing
problem.
the hand. That sucks.
That's a problem, and I tweeted that out. And you can't... What Harden just did, you can't do. And I think that's now coming back. You can't be a superstar and say, I'm only going to one team. Because then there's no trade value, there's no nothing. So, like, people were comparing this because Anthony Davis did this a little bit by going to the Lakers. But the other side of that was the Lakers had LeBron, and LeBron has a ticking clock because he's old. And if they didn't trade for him, like, LeBron was going to freak out. The players run the NBA. And, yeah, Harden, you just can't do that. Luckily, I think other teams are now in the mix, and they're listening
If
to
that was
trade
to
offers.
continue to keep happening, where a player just says, I'm going to go to that team, and then you have to make a trade in, like, bad faith or whatever. It's, like, not
Yeah.
bad faith, but it kind of is, you know what I'm saying? Like,
It's not...
why would the Nets offer anything substantial?
They wouldn't. They wouldn't. And
And
that's,
if that's the way it goes, I'd be so out. Like, this
Yeah.
isn't a competitive league anymore. Like, why does everyone want to join everyone? I know I sound like an old man or whatever,
Yeah.
but, like, I get it. Like, this blows.
You do like need at least a partner in the NBA if you want to have like any chance to win a title.
yeah, it's kind of the NBA's secret is that nobody's
I-
done it alone.
nobody does it alone.
I get
but-
that, but just feel
Yeah, but it's constant, and you can just say trade me, and they trade you, and
it's a good way to get fans of players and not fans of teams, which I think is what the NBA likes, actually.
Yeah, they're stars. These guys are stars. And any night you turn on an NBA game and there's someone you know. Yeah, we'll see. Interested to see how the Harden thing shakes out because the other side of that, and that's why, luckily, people, what you're saying about Harden, NBA people are finally starting to say. Because, like, Anthony Davis to the Lakers was kind of happening, and it kind of sucked, but was kind of cool. He's going to the Lakers with LeBron, blah, blah, blah. Houston traded away all of their first-round picks for the coming years to get Russell Westbrook, and their GM had just left. So this is a new GM in Houston who has no upcoming first-round picks, and now his superstar has given him one team to go to. So I think he's like, no. But there are other teams that are willing to offer stuff. So I think something's going to happen. But, dude, it's just good. It's good
Supposedly
NBA
Harden's willing to go
fodder,
to the
man.
Sixers also, and
Yeah. Like, other teams are coming up. They can offer more stuff. It's a different league than Major League Baseball. Star-driven, and just a ton of movement.
it's also like
And-
more than any other sport. You just have the one player, and you're like ready to roll. You're a contender. Like you're a move away
Sure.
from being a contender at any time, basically. Where baseball,
Well, yeah,
that can't
it's
happen.
not
Football,
It's
that
not
can't
really. You can't really
happen.
compare it.
There's only 5 guys on the courts if you have the best one.
Quarterbacks would be
Probably.
the only comparison.
You can get a quarterback, and that changes it. Similar vein NBA story. The Bucks getting Drew
Yeah, the
Holiday.
Bucks did some
They
trades.
gave-
That's fun.
They gave up so much. The more I've thought about that, the crazier it is, and we'll probably talk about it on Wake and Jig tomorrow.
Ooh,
But like they gave up the same draft capital that the Lakers gave up for Anthony Davis, who's one of
Yeah.
the 5 best players in basketball. Drew Holiday, I really like, and I like his fit with Giannis and everything. But he's not worth 3 unprotected first-round picks, 2 pick swaps, especially when Harden is like apparently on the trade block.
right.
So you could have just probably put together a package for Harden for like just throw in like a real player going back.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I don't
like,
know.
okay, then you would actually have like really changed how good your team is, and that's like a really good partner for Giannis. And
It's going to be interesting to see how CBA stuff develops because NBA is built this way because of the salary cap, max contracts and stuff like that. And I think I won't be surprised if baseball starts doing that a little bit, but at the same
Trying
time,
to.
they like controlling the player's salary. So I think we're good. I think we can laugh time it up.
Is that all the sports?
Sure.
pretty much we're at about the mark we wanted to get
There's
to the
always
second half.
sports.
So it's always something we can do. Drew Brees is hurt, but who
Drew Brees is hurt.
doesn't matter.
Drew Brees is hurt.
It's not new.
Does that mean Jameis is going to come in?
Yeah, he's starting
Yeah.
this week.
There's a lot of debate about
Your guy.
a lot of debate about when
You a Taysom Hill guy?
nope, when Jameis went to sign that deal
Right.
to be the backup. There was a lot of talk of like, is that smart? And there's a lot of people saying, well, Breeze will get hurt. He'll get some run time. So whatever talking head said that, celebrate. You're right.
Celebrate.
Wasn't there a lot of people saying
Good
this is dumb?
times, come on.
And other people were like, no, he's going to get playing time.
Yeah, there was some other teams that Jameis probably could. I think a lot of people liked it because the guy who backed up Drew Brees last year, Teddy Bridgewater, played 4 games, got a starting
Got a
job.
job,
So I
yeah.
think a lot of people were on the copy and paste. A lot of people were mad because some of Jameis's stats technically are really good for his age, but some are also not. Sports.
So I have a trivia question for you.
Huge. Is it halftime?
Yeah. Well, trivia time, I think, is the sports time.
Okay.
Okay.
The Atlanta
Okay.
Braves.
Make a trivia time noise. I've got stuff. Okay.
The San Francisco Giants had
Yes.
2 players land on a top 10 category for batting average and on-base percentage.
Okay.
Name those 2 players.
It would be Donovan Solano,
Bang, he was in 6th in batting average.
Donnie Barrels. What are the 2 categories again?
Batting average and on-base percentage. So you just got
On base percentage, I think yes.
Solano for
Yeah.
batting average. You need the other player, naturally,
For
process
on base
of
percentage.
elimination, it's on-base percentage.
I'd assume Yastrzemski.
Wrong. Damn. Belt.
Brandon Belt. How about that?
425. 2 asterisks next to it. What's that mean? Didn't play enough?
Uh-oh.
2 asterisks by the stats value indicates the player had fewer than the required number of at-bats or plate appearances.
A legal question.
Why would they put him on the list then?
Because they put 2
Oh,
asterisks.
they added the numbers to make him qualified.
They added
So you
the
know how you
numbers
can
to-
buy outs?
Oh.
So qualified.
that.
So qualified. Belt, 425 on base percentage. I mean, in a 60-game season, how many games did he buy For anyone's confused, if you're going for the batting title and you don't qualify, you can trade like 3 outs per game. You can trade games, but you went 0 for 3 in those games you're adding to get you there and see if you still would have qualified if, I needed 5 more games. Okay, well now you're 0 for 15. Are you still qualified? Are you still going to win? And then you can buy those.
You take 15 more outs or whatever.
He played 51 games out of 60, so.
Who is 10th on that list?
Below belt?
For on-base percentage, yeah.
Acuna.
What was he at?
406.
Yaz was at 400. Happy with my guess. And I'm accepting
that
it as a
would have
win.
been my guess as well.
I'm accepting it as a win, so thank me.
Good job by Jake.
Thank you.
Good job by Jake. Halftime. It doesn't come. Here it is. Okay. Someone sent BBD. They sent it to our P.O. box.
Is halftime brought to us by anyone?
Halftime is brought to you by the store at jomboymedia.com. It's shop.jomboymedia.com. We have a bunch of new stuff dropping for Black Friday and Christmas and all that. Jake's wearing a I Love Baseball hat. Jomboy Media Breakdown shirt. Tuesday Blues. This is a Jomboy and Jake radio. I don't think anyone else knows this. Kind of just looks like a cool band.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday, but I wore it today for the JGR faithful. We just dropped an Eat a Bug shirt.
Ooh.
Because someone requested that.
About damn time.
A JJR listener did. They emailed the JJR email requesting one, and that's
It's
out
like,
there.
yeah, no brainer.
BBD, if I don't know what's in that bag.
So, but before we do this, if you want to send stuff to our P.O. box, don't address it to BBD, because the people at the post office told me
They don't like that.
that's not a name that's on the account. I said, well, that's a nickname.
It's a family name.
I said, what's it stand for? I said, Big Black Dick.
Yeah.
What are we eating / drinking / whatever the hell this is?
So I'm about 95% sure this came from Brady Jacques. Jacques? I don't know. He DM'd me on
How are
Twitter.
you spelling that?
Like the name.
JAAC?
JACQUES.
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 Jacques
Jackie.
Cousteau.
Could be Jackie.
I don't know.
Jacques.
So he asked me, and this seems like it's what the product is. BBD, have you gentlemen heard of coffee milk before? No. I believe it's only a Rhode Island thing.
Is that from the same people that make...
I haven't tried it before.
Is that from the same people that make...
Hershey's.
Let me see.
Oh.
What's that chocolate stuff? Up. Some syrup.
Nesquik.
Hershey's.
No, it's like
Hershey's chocolate syrup.
it's like a Jewish chocolate syrup.
BBD.
That's really good. Really good.
Okay.
And
This
says it's the official state drink of Rhode Island is this on the bottle. So that's why I assume it's from him.
So
wait, what's Ruco's call? Ryan Ruco when he his like 3, he's got a signature thing. I told his agent he should get sponsored by this chocolate syrup company. No one remembers?
Ruco's 8?
Yeah, Ryan Ruco.
I thought Ruco like specifically has a thing where he like doesn't like having a signature thing.
I thought his thing was not having a thing.
He
but he says one in here it is.
Yup.
You bet. You bet.
You bet.
Did he get it? You bet. That's what Ruco did one time or something like that. That looks like the same company that makes You Bet.
Well, this is from Eclipse. And if I'm being honest, I don't know if you're supposed to be drinking this raw.
Yeah.
But it also says it goes into milkshakes and it's used as a dessert topping.
Well, just
Does it go with
So
coffee? What's its number one instruction?
Look, man, I don't have all the answers,
I'm ready for it.
but
hey, look. Didn't it look like this company?
it's got similar vibe to it. I'll show the people the
Does.
bottle.
Kinda.
Same
It's also like
general
the
shape to
Hershey's
bottle.
And yellow and red.
syrup that comes in that. Yes.
Each got
So why don't we just squeeze it in our mouth?
I mean, I think that's kind of what's going to happen.
All right. As a Rhode Island, Mike Clark sends something in the chat. What do you say?
People are very proud of coffee milk here. You mix it into milk, basically like Hershey syrup. Yeah.
I think Feidelberg from Barstool said like he uses this with some sort of alcohol.
BBD struggling with the lid. I mean, I don't generally walk up to people and say I'm great at opening lids, but I
Just
can give it a shot.
one more thing you and my grandmother have in common. Pee all the time, can't open the You Bet bottle.
And hypersexual.
If you don't think my mom opens every pickle jar I've ever needed open,
You don't got a rubber husband?
I have one that I have like a 50-50 success rate with it.
What's
I know
this
it's
called?
supposed to work every time, but
Jess has a rubber husband, but I don't think it's what you guys are talking about.
Talking about your floppy dick. What's this called? Coffee syrup?
there you go. I didn't want to use my mouth on it, but
Nothing matters here.
there's a lid with the squeezy thing.
Did you try some?
No, I thought we were doing smell. Because, you know, that's a first impression.
Yeah. Fights from Marcel's all over like this coffee milk. I mean, it doesn't smell bad. It just smells like coffee syrup. Oh,
It's darker than I would have guessed.
way darker than I would have guessed.
Yeah, for me, it's between Hershey's chocolate syrup and motor oil.
Motor oil. Motor oil.
Just like the look.
Have they
and
done that?
The texture.
The motor oil company done that?
I'll put some in that bottom cup.
No, I don't think we're supposed to drink it this way. Like,
Oh, for
No,
sure
no, it's
not.
supposed to be mixed with other things.
like I think the person who would who sent us this is going to be upset if I try it like this and then say it's bad. Is that what it's supposed to be mixed with? How do you drink coffee milk?
Milkshakes, that makes sense.
milkshakes
And
as
a dessert
topping.
So, no, it's never been intended to drink straight up. So the halftime snack has taken just a horrible, horrible route.
Do we have any coffee brewed?
Stinks as its own thing.
Stirred together the very same way you'd make a glass of chocolate milk.
Mix 2 tablespoons, an 8-ounce glass of. Okay, so I think I figured it out.
Can you ask Katie if we have coffee? If there's coffee, I'll put it in my coffee.
Is this supposed to be mixed with coffee?
or it's not?
Still not recommended.
No?
I mean, I think you can, and that's fine, but I don't think it's been suggested that this goes with coffee.
Yeah, I think it goes with milk, and then
Milk.
you get something that tastes like coffee.
No. That is coffee milk.
This is coffee syrup.
And you put that in milk and that makes coffee milk?
I think so.
This says
I'm sure you can put this in coffee.
coffee milk is simply milk mixed with sweet coffee syrup. Which is that?
Yeah, I think that is what the like coffee milk drink is.
What the fuck?
Can I say something? I get it. If this bottle
You know what?
is in your house growing up in Rhode Island,
If you send us something, send instructions.
Send
we should have had a
instructions.
little piece of ice cream.
send something edible.
Well, I thought about messaging him last night, like, "Hey, is this meant to be like, eaten raw? Nothing else?"
It didn't taste like coffee. I'll say that.
It tastes like just like syrup,
Yeah. We're drinking syrup.
which is fine.
You grow up in Rhode Island. You're a fan of the beach. You like the Red Sox. You're a cocksucker. There's milk in every house you go to, and there's this. This bottle and this flavor leaves an area, sticks in your heart, literally and figuratively. I get it.
Should we go get like ice cream from the store?
We should definitely not be drinking it still.
It doesn't taste like coffee, I'll tell you that.
That sip was not as fun.
Yeah, I don't know why I did a second sip.
Katie!
I heard her take steps, but
She likes coffee flavored stuff.
There's like a hint of coffee, but it's
It's
just
slight.
I'm down to try it the way it was intended, but we don't have that.
Do we have
Oh,
any
you mean with ice cream?
Do we have anything that we can put this on in the office? I can't drink milk. I'll shit myself straight.
Yeah, that'll give me a stomach ache, but
5 stars.
Thank you to Jack
Thanks
Quaid.
for sending it.
Someone said his name is Jazok, which doesn't.
Well, it's also
add up.
well, his first name's Brady.
Okay, we'll just do that.
Brady J.
Brady J. Thanks, Brady J.
Hey.
Oh, I don't know if I should be saying. people's names. I don't know if he wants that.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
I would like the halftime snack to be a snack.
Yeah, this didn't like this.
Look, it's what somebody sent in.
I'm a little
this week.
hungry. Like this, we needed a little.
I'm starving.
Let's.
All that's in my stomach is this and a beef jerky stick.
What we need to do.
Get you another beef jerky.
When you
stick.
send something in, give BBD, and maybe this will come
It's gotta
around,
be something
and
weird.
we'll do this proper next time. We needed to put it on something. You could do,
It's
put
not
it
supposed-
over ice cream, pudding, or cake.
It's not supposed to be alone.
So we needed some ice
But
cream.
I figured if it was supposed to be just on top of something, that would mean it would taste pretty good on
That's
its
a
own.
fine thought. Like
So it's like, all right, it says it works as a dessert topping, not like not as a
chocolate,
mix-in.
caramel,
And I
peanut butter.
get
Like, all right, this must be something we can just like take a swig of.
I get the concept.
Kind of wasn't.
I mean, if something. Here's what we got right. At the top of this, it says the official state drink of Rhode Island. Mm-hmm. That's perfect.
It was declared that in 1993.
Still declared? Rhode Island's still running with this?
Was declared
Rhode
the
Island did
official
change
state
the
drink
name recently.
in 1993.
Holy smokes.
What do you think the state drink of New Jersey
Yeah,
is?
does every state have a state drink?
Oh, shit. The state drink of New Jersey is cranberry juice.
That's a good one. They're having a good run lately.
State drink of New York, milk.
Honestly, that's a huge one.
I mean, yeah, if you were like to claim drinks.
List of U.S. state beverages. Okay.
Holy smokes.
Oh, I've got bad news.
What?
Milk is the state drink for, I'd say, 35 of the states.
Damn.
Yeah.
Adds up.
Yeah.
Is there any on there that you would like? New York, I wouldn't associate milk with.
I mean, we're coming in milk at a high clip. The ones that aren't milk, Massachusetts is also cranberry juice. Maine is Moxie. That's fun.
That's a drink?
Yeah. I think that's a cola. Cola.
Moxie.
Fuck am I?
I think that's a
Moxie, that's a cola.
name your favorite cola.
Cola.
I never had Moxie before. So what state was this from?
Maine.
Do we have anyone in Maine that listens? I'll try some Moxie.
New Hampshire. Okay, so here's the first firm handshake I'd like to give in the official state drinks. New Hampshire, apple cider. Yup.
Yeah.
You guys figured it out.
Have you
You're
been drinking
probably
apple cider?
You're probably a little chilly. You could heat it up if you want.
Katie and I did we got like a liter or jug of apple cider, like 4 grocery trips in a row. So good, but then we were like, no more.
Yeah,
We
you
gotta
gotta
stop
tap
that.
out.
Yeah.
You got to tap out.
Indiana's is water. That's my favorite thing I've heard about Indiana in the year.
They made that up.
Oh, Tyson Miller making it up?
Tyson, we take everything as true. Florida, orange juice.
Obviously.
Layup. You got that one right. Let's see. Anything else jump out? Oh, Jim. I mean,
Google told me it's water.
I've got good news for you.
Yeah.
Ohio,
Yeah.
tomato juice. So you've just won.
What is that?
If you ever run into an Ohio argument again.
What's that?
Tomato juice? You ever have like V8? Like before it became like cool and they started making tasty drinks? V8 just used to make cans of tomato juice.
Yeah. And like carrot juice and like all the things
Gross.
that no one's ever been like,
Yeah.
I want this as a juice.
Correct.
Ohio, gross.
Puerto Rico, the pina colada. How about that?
Really?
That's what it says. I'm on the lit. You guys can look this up at home. The Wikipedia list of U.S. state beverages.
I wouldn't be surprised if Puerto Rico was like, what? We didn't do that.
This is honestly like If I was European, I would snapshot this and like tag the USA and be like, "You guys are pathetic." It's like
Well, what do you think theirs is? Just
30 of them are milk tea.
T.
Yeah.
T. 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 T.
Why do you think Luke hates you now that he's 21?
Not available for FaceTime. He's probably hungover. He's actually having.
Menstrual cramps.
Yes.
Sucks.
All right. Want to go to the news?
I think so.
I feel bad about this, that we didn't really properly do anything about it. As a syrup alone, you expect goodness. Like, BBD Great Up made a great point. Oh, here he is.
If you sprayed Hershey's chocolate in your mouth, you'd be like, "That's tasty."
Hey, do you know the state drink of Ohio is tomato juice?
That's gross.
Well, you're on JJR right now. Happy birthday.
Tell JJR I just hit a hole in one. My first ever hole in one.
No, you didn't.
Swear to God.
What's the par? Par
three,
one?
133 yards, pitching wedge. I just hit a hole in one on my 21st birthday.
Did you run and grab it?
No, everyone was telling me it wasn't in, and then we drove up, and then it wasn't on the green, and then we ran and got excited.
Did someone maybe run ahead and put it in as a birthday prank?
No one ran ahead and put it in.
If they showed you an hour from now a video of one of your buddies like running ahead and putting it in, how mad would you be?
Well, it didn't happen, so I'm not even gonna contemplate that idea.
Okay. What are you gonna do with the ball?
I don't know. I put it in my bag because the next drive I hit into the woods, so I'm glad I didn't use it again.
You should sign it and give it to the person who owns the golf course.
No. Bad idea, I think.
Okay. All right. Anyway.
Just your opinion.
Yeah, tomato juice, state drink of Ohio. That sucks, huh?
That's a bad drink.
Yeah. Jake, do you have anything to say?
Happy birthday.
Bye. Thank you, guys.
Happy birthday,
Bye,
Luke.
Luke.
Bye, guys.
How about him showing you up in golf?
I've got a hole in one.
Not on your Arizona trip.
You guys should feel embarrassed.
I'm just saying,
The
you opened the
There's
show
been
been like,
four
I'm the best
voices.
at golf ever.
There's been 4 voices on this podcast.
Maybe they heard Zach at one point.
2 of them have hole in ones. They did not hear Zach, and you know that. So
How
Jimmy
mean?
and I in a hole-in-one race now.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
mean? When I was playing golf, I could hit my 7 straight. Remember?
yeah,
There was a
seen it.
time where I've come close, but I don't play anymore. Luke texted me the other day. He's like, "Are you going to be anti-golf your whole life?"
yeah,
It's like, I'm anti-golf?
kinda.
I have a...
It's kind of hiking,
No, it's not. It's like disc golf. I walk like 4
right?
miles.
But you don't. You've never taken it like
I bought my
seriously,
own bag in
or
California.
like wanted to get better, which a lot of people do later in
What
life.
about buying your own bag of golf clubs? Is that an anti-golf move?
I wouldn't say it's anti-golf. I think a lot of people.
What about
have
dragging Brad and David to go play golf on the weekends when I had free weekends in California?
when you guys used to get crazy drunk on the golf course?
That's still a thing that people do when they golf.
Sure,
Not crazy
but it's
drunk.
changed.
You drink like...
You bring a 30 rack on the course was the story I was told.
That was high school.
Okay.
That was high school. This is, I'm talking like 2015. I'm not anti-golf. I just don't golf a lot.
I don't know. You don't dislike golf. A lot of people, like who are competitive like you and play sports, get more into golf, and you're not on that path.
I've got...
Like you're fine with golfing twice a year.
Yes.
At the O'Brien
and
Family
I play
Open.
how I play.
Exactly.
That's not anti.
A little bit.
No,
Like
it's
it,
not.
That's not
Anti is my cousins who don't come.
in everything else you do. You don't treat it like you treat golf. You
Maybe.
either
But that's
try to
'cause-
get it better, or you try to improve.
That's because golf is expensive, and I don't like expensive hobbies.
It doesn't have to be.
Oh, my God. Just putting porn on Twitter?
Yeah, big
Um,
time.
I mean, that was always allowed.
Same reason, like
Now
same
it's
re-
finally a place that has stories where that's. I say finally, like I've been looking forward to
Yeah.
it. Because I have.
Same with like snowboarding, and skiing. Like I did it a lot, and like one winter I got a pass, and then I was like that. And amusement parks, like is this worth what it costs? And for me, it has to be really, really worth what it costs because I got some hobbies that are pretty cheap.
Sure.
So when I compare them, like golf is expensive.
It can be a cheap hobby if you do it right. If you go to cheaper public courses or you train on your own time, like there's other ways to do it.
Yeah. Also, never had friends that golfed.
I golf.
Yeah, I went with you like a couple times, but then also you like are better than me, so it's not fun. That's the biggest thing. Is
Well,
like
that's
playing. Like I told Luke, the worst thing about playing golf is playing with someone who's like obnoxiously like doesn't know how to play with someone lesser than them.
sure.
And then it's like I don't want to do this.
They're rude about it. Yeah.
And that's a lot of golfers are like that to people that are lesser.
It's
than them.
true, but I think I guess what happens for a lot of people is and you've done this with many things, a ton of things, is that if you put a little bit into golf for a little bit, like you would get exponentially better and
Yeah.
you'd probably like it more.
Yeah, I'm not really. But then we did this the other day when someone was paying for golf lessons. I'm like, for what? Like I have like, and long. I'm not gonna. I had a hobby that I turned into a job. Like I'm not gonna turn golf into a job. So why would I pay for lessons or put like time into it?
Because it's competitive.
I think I'm too practical.
You compete at almost
You don't
everything
want
you
to
do.
sink a lot of money into like any sort
And
of
it's
substantial.
it's
amount
like
of
a
money into
lifetime
getting better at
sport.
something that isn't gonna
Like people play
be a
until
profit.
they're 100 years old.
Yeah,
Like it's one of the only sports you can play forever.
yeah. Not just.
It's not anti-golf. You're not anti-golf.
Not anti-golf. I enjoy playing when I play, but like being
wanna
good
just
at
do
golf
it.
doesn't get me anything in my life. So
Right.
I don't try.
But that is a little odd. Because I think anything else you're very competitive at and you get into.
What else?
I don't know, anything. Business, reading books, watching TV shows.
Competitive book reader.
A little bit. Playing the family toss game at your house. Any game you play.
It is
None of those
different
cost
for you
money.
than like any other games I've known you to play.
What? Like I don't play sports anymore.
You'd play hockey if you could.
Got too expensive. Hockey's I would play right now.
I think you've gotten too busy.
Yeah, but like I looked up Montclair and I was like, I'm not paying that to play hockey.
And I mean, hockey's it's not a lifetime sport.
Well, you can play till you're old. They have leagues like that.
Yeah.
I'm not into wasting money into things that don't make me more money in the end.
Businessman.
Yeah.
Strictly business at this point in your life.
I've always been frugal and too practical with money. Which is awesome because now all my hobbies are business expenses.
Yeah.
So now it's like, oh, that new camera, let me get it. Yeah. All right. Well, that was the golf talk.
Golf talk.
Go to the news. The news today.
I read the news today, oh boy, and though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
News. We got 2 weeks of news here. So this is the title of the episode, I guess. One of them. Leaving.
I'm not sure how titling episodes works under the new format. I just kind of went for it.
Beth Brower escapes underground hell in the Las Vegas tunnels. Who's Beth Brower? Is that a name I should know? Or is this a random person?
I think it's just
Let's
some,
find out.
click the link.
Beth Brower, known in a past life as Half Pint, survived months of living in the drain tunnels of L.A. Do you know about the tunnels of L.A.?
Not really.
Oh, Vegas. It's a whole
Vegas.
community of people, and there's like a hierarchy, and there's better real estate and it's, mostly meth heads and homeless people, but
Sure.
like
Tunnel folk.
like a whole underground community of the law. And there's videos out there of people going in there trying to help them and get them out and stuff. So I guess she escaped.
I don't know.
Half Pint is a cool
I think
thing.
she's someone that has left the tunnels.
Yeah. She was 72 pounds. That's not a lot of pounds. Ugh, this is a sad story. Couple lines there that what happened to her in the tunnel that I don't
Yeah.
want to read.
Yanked out 2 of her teeth is the part that we can read.
Yeah, it's the best part of the sentence about what happened to her down there.
Yikes.
All right, well, I mean, good for Beth Brower. She got out of the tunnels. That's why I thought it was someone famous. Like that was like now has done something. There's some pictures here. They like have bedrooms. Like they go find like beds and like people that are throwing away bookshelves and beds and like it's a little community.
Colony.
Yeah. Colony. That's like the best way. Like that old show Colony that you liked. It's like that.
It is not like that.
That show is so crazy. Congrats to Beth Brower.
Good job, Beth. You got out.
A wife blows thousands of vet bills after husband blames his farts on the dog. Ooh. What the hell?
That's tough.
Can't be real, right?
I think it could be. I mean, it sounds like a classic case of digging a hole.
She's dumb.
I need to know more about the dog.
They have a picture of a dog. Looks like a stock image of a dog to me. A wife has revealed how she blew thousands of vet bills after her husband blamed his farts on the dog. The pregnant woman said her dog Jerry underwent expensive tests after she became concerned about his unbelievable and stinky gas. The ordeal started a month ago when the wife was left horrified by a really disgusting smell during dinner, which her husband claimed was caused by the dog. But after weeks of panicking and mounting vet bills, the husband finally came clean. Angry, the wife kicked her husband out of the home and said he was even shunned by his family over the low blow.
Oh my God, are you seeing the stock image of holding in a fart?
No, is that way down there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think they're implying a poop in that picture.
Yeah, but I'm glad they used it. I'm glad they went for that.
I mean, this is a fake story that someone posted on Reddit as a joke, and now whatever news website is used it as an article.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to help guys because it sounds like he's on a new diet now to get rid of...
She goes, it smelled like rotten eggs. Like one of the top, like everyone has farted rotten egg smell
Rotten
before.
egg fart.
Like that, it's not like it's not a smell that you wouldn't be like, nah, that was you, husband.
I'd like to change or add another rite of passage in a person's life. Because that first time you smell an egg fart is kind of like, oh, man, I didn't know this was in the realm.
Man, Ed.
Oh, man, some bad farts.
We had a buddy.
Oh.
I mean, you get the workout powders and
Yeah.
the meats and
I mean, stuff that wasn't like FDA approved yet.
backseat
Eggs,
cars.
meats,
We used to
booze.
you used to gag.
That's a good picture.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a fake story. I like the premise of it.
I'm not going fake. I think it's real.
Submit it to Reddit. Like no questions, no follow up.
Amy Sinclair.
Spike Lee to direct movie musical about Viagra. Oh, Katie and I put on a Christmas movie the other day. She wanted to get in the spirit, which I love.
I get that.
And it was like Jingle Jangles on Netflix with
Jangles.
Forrest Whitaker.
Okay.
And I was like, it looks silly. He's got to build like a robot toy or something like that. But it's very dressed up. Like it's very movie or Christmas spirit. But then in like 5 minutes in, all the characters break out in a song. And me and Katie both went,
Yeah.
it's a musical. And we changed it.
Yeah.
So I like Spike Lee movies, but make this not a musical and I'll be more interested.
Musical. Did you watch Hamilton? Did we ever do that on here?
There's no way I think I'd like it. Do you think I'd like it? I asked a couple people and all gave me the kind of the deep breath that you just did. And then I asked a couple people like what they said about it. And then their descriptions are like, there's no way I'm going to like this.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a musical or a play.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I like plays. I've been to a lot of plays.
It's a play.
But I
so,
don't
I
like
mean,
musicals.
you could lean into that. I mean, there is singing. I think what you'd have to lean into is it's impressive what they're doing. Like, you might not necessarily have to like the singing, but the coordination of the
that's
singing
always
and
cool.
the
There was
song. So I think you'd be able to make it through. You probably just wouldn't.
but you got to, Well, now it's on Netflix or whatever.
Disney Plus.
Like there was no way I was gonna.
Still?
There's no way I was gonna pay to go.
I thought
see
it was like a 4th of July
It's just a demo thing. I don't know.
Like they did it for that weekend. I don't know if it's back.
a
I haven't
pandemic
opened
thing.
Disney Plus since.
Yeah.
It's gotta be. I don't know.
There was a play
Hamilton
that
guy.
was a musical that I enjoyed recently.
Okay.
So it can happen.
Huge.
Here from now or here far from away,
Far from away from here from now.
something like that.
Go watch that.
But that was impressive because every actor played like 3 different characters and they never changed outfits. All they did was change like posture and
What they
voice,
did.
and they were always on stage. Far from away.
Far from away.
I think that's what I said eventually. That was good.
I think it's
Uh,
said each of those words at some point.
Yeah. So this one's about Viagra the musical.
Viagra, erectile dysfunction.
It's about the
drug.
guys who launched Viagra.
Okay, I'm kind of interested in that.
Yeah. My thing is like, do a movie. Just do a movie. Just do a biopic.
The movie will feature original songs and music. So I think they are. Yeah. That's weird. So that just doesn't cross over for you at all because you like music. You like movies.
Yeah.
There's
No.
just no overlap there.
No. And but like a Broadway play, like musicals on Broadway, I think I like that because you're sitting there.
Right, you're there. You're seeing a performance.
But no, if I'm watching a movie and I'm into the plot, it's a lot like an action movie. If I'm watching a movie and I like the plot and the characters and stuff, and then a fight scene breaks out, like I'm watching the show. People are gonna hate me for this. I'm watching the show Kingdom right now, which is about MMA. When they do the MMA and they're fighting, I just
Right.
skip and I find out who won. I do not care at all about action scenes.
Right.
So that's the singing to me. And if there's no narrative, if there's no storytelling, like in the singing, I'll just skip it. I don't want to hear you guys sing.
There you go.
So I don't. Might be a weird thing. Maybe some people do it, but yeah, not an action guy. And I think musicals, the singing is like that.
That's the action. Yeah.
If it's just them going to a song, you don't like that. But if
Yeah.
the song is,
The song explains something
Yeah.
that's happening.
I mean, in Hamilton, just like the whole plot is like the whole thing is through song.
Yeah, like when
Like,
we had,
you'd get through that.
when we did the movie podcast,
really liked
Six Pack Cinema, they made me watch John Wick, and it's like that movie's got no plot.
It's action, baby.
Like it's if you love action, it's fantastic. It's like
Yeah.
really good. I just don't.
Action movies are wild. Like, dude, I did this a while back on a JGR, but like I caught one of the Fast and the Furious, like one of the recent ones, and I was like shocked.
In what way?
Like what they were just like how much is coming at you and what they're doing. Like I think those comedy movies are those action movies are so much action that I think a part of it is comedy, and I don't think that's me just as an outsider being like this is ridiculous. Like I think even action fans are like, can you believe they just went from the car jumped over the moon to now there's a submarine? Like it's wild. It's tough. It's like I watched a Fast and the Furious and I think I was a little hungover and I was like, whoa. Kind of like watching Red Zone.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
I am so much more like my dad now. When Red Zone came out, he's like, I can't watch this.
Yeah.
I cannot watch Red Zone. That is a fucking headache for me.
It's a lot happening.
It's too much.
So I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
So like war movies. Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of those have action in them.
Yeah, but it's not like hand-to-hand combat. A lot of war movies are strategic. Like I just watched The Patriot.
Right.
And a lot of the war scenes or the battle scene is strategic in like they're giving you the roadmap as they're doing. Like they're like, don't fire until the second shot. We're going to get them to advance. And then, it's based off of the battle at Cowpen, changing battle in the Revolutionary War.
Sure.
They lined up 3 militia, but they used 2 hills so the British couldn't see the third bottom. So but they play out everything I'm saying in the
Right.
middle of the action. So you're picking up tips and tricks as it's happening. A lot of war movies are like that. Like Band of Brothers is a lot like, stay here, let's flank them
Right,
here,
that's-
and stuff like that. But like when it's 2 guys, I'm sure a boxing fan would be like, they're seeing the nitty gritty, but I can't see it. So it just looks like punching. Okay, that guy won.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm on a huge Revolutionary War kick.
In there.
Huge. Battle of Cowpens.
Yeah.
Turning point.
Changed things.
It was a small battle, such a big campaign that the dude who was in charge of it, Morone or something his name, like retired afterwards. The war wasn't over. He just handed like all of his men in his company to another guy, Nathaniel Green. He's like, I'm out.
Done.
He's like a major victory. He's like, see you guys. That's a lot.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. Enjoy.
Deuces.
Cool. So movie musical about Viagra. It's about the invention of Viagra, which is kind of a crazy cool story.
Go get it, Spike.
Teen who sold his kidney for iPhone is now bedridden for life. Who let a teen sell his kidney? What? 17? Sold it on the black market for $3,000? They lived in China's poorest province? I mean, fuck, they got no rules to regulate that? Or
Jeez.
like a fucking
Black market, dude.
but like a black, I get the buyer on the black market. Like, who's the guy who did the surgery? Black market surgeon? That's, I mean, come on.
You don't want to know that answer.
17.
A guy with a knife.
Yeah, he's bedridden now. He was on the internet one day when he received a message from an organ harvester in an online chat room and told him he could get him $3,000 for selling it. Oh my God, there's guys preying on 17-year-olds to sell their organs?
The surgery was reportedly carried out by 2 doctors who were also employed at local hospitals.
So like, but this organ harvester probably recruited the surgeons as well. And like, I can get you this much money if you do a surgery on the side.
So he got the money, bought an iPad 2 and an iPhone 4. Oh, iPhone 4. Come on, dude. His mom grew suspicious when he got these devices. They always do.
And the huge scar.
They always do. Later developed an infection in his remaining kidney. Damn. Really sad. Oh, they figured out the people in the harvesting operation were arrested, and his family was awarded $300K.
So that's a big win. If he recovers,
Fuck.
I mean, say it costs $10,000 on recovery in China. Like, he just got a lot of money.
I mean, he might have just got his family, like, not poor.
Yeah. And like net in 10 years,
Yeah.
he's going to look at his parents and be like, best thing I ever did for this family.
Yeah. Damn.
Well, I mean, every story's got a happy ending.
Yeah, that would be a tough watch. Movie would win some awards, but it'd be a tough watch.
This body was found in Canada, and it's been identified as neo-Nazi Spam King. Shot inside a burned-out vehicle in Canada 3 years ago, has been identified as that of Davis Wolfgang Hawk, a prolific spammer and neo-Nazi who led a failed anti-government march on Washington, D.C. in 1999.
Body found. Were people looking for him?
Yeah, it sucks.
Wolfgang.
Botched statue restoration in Spain becomes laughingstock online. Okay, well, I got to click that picture.
Sure.
Got me. Good clickbait.
Oh, is this the face thing? I saw this going around the internet. Okay.
What is it?
I saw.
Oh, yeah, it looks like a ghost.
Like, it looked like they tried to remodel a face, and it's just...
It just looks like a melted ghost face.
I think I just agreed to receive notifications from these people.
Look at this.
Yeah.
It's a good picture.
Yeah, I saw that going around. That's just good.
Do you think we could get versions of ourselves that look like that?
Like, what? Absolutely. At what point, man, are you the artist or person working on this? And just like, I'm in too deep.
Yeah, but that's a guy that, like, that's a scammer probably, that got money up front and then did that and bounced.
I mean, how can you have a scammer doing a restoration on a... What is this, a chapel? A building in Spain?
20th century.
Palencia.
Which, you know, in Spain, that's not that old.
Oh, my God. It's new.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
That's not even that old.
On the timeline.
I'm guessing some dude came in. He was the lowest bidder. He's like, I can do it. Halfway through, it's like, guys, I couldn't do it. And they left.
I mean, that's tough, man.
Let's skip to the mailbag. Yeah.
I've got a theory.
Oh, Jake has a theory on the ugly statue?
This was intentional to make this statue like a
landmark.
a site.
Because people are like, why aren't you a landmark? Well, we're only early 20th century. What year? 1949. Well, no one cares.
It's not that early.
Yeah.
Bang. Mailbox.
What are they talking about in there, in the chat?
Chat's going. They're
talking about a show that's on the second season?
National Geographic.
I don't know.
Glad.
All right, we asked for some emails. If you guys got any questions about anything, it's jjr@jomboymedia.com. Beebs, what do we got?
All right. I think we're going to start with the one you and I talked about briefly yesterday.
Okay.
Kind of a two-parter because we got two emails that are very similar. Would love to hear. This comes from Arturo. I believe is active in other stuff. I've heard the name before.
Talking Yanks, California, Arturo.
I think that's Amato,
Oh, that is Amato.
who has a voicemail we're going to do on Talking Yanks.
Thanks, Arturo.
But thank you, Arturo.
Maybe he's from California, too.
Would love to hear you guys rank these fast food chains. Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Five Guys, Wendy's. And we're going to throw Taco Bell in there because Alyssa emailed in, what is your honest opinion on Taco Bell? No BS.
Okay. All right, say them
So-
for
Are
me.
these listed somewhere?
Say
Yeah,
them for me
'cause
again real quick.
Yes. Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Five Guys, Wendy's, and Taco Bell. So there's 6.
All right, and
They specific and
do,
the other
do we
person
do we have to
specifically
do
wants.
value in there, or
What are we doing? Yeah.
Yeah, because
I think it's up to you
my
guys.
list is way different if you go price for what you get or just the food. Is it someone hands me this or do I buy it with my own money? Because the Five Guys ranking goes from top tier to bottom tier if you go value wise because it's so expensive.
I think it's probably a couple things. It's probably value. It's probably like the quality of the meal. Like if you get one of the, okay, how about this? It's for a lunch. I guess Chipotle's can be a dinner. I want to get any of these for dinner except Chipotle pretty much. I don't know.
Chat, first one to give us an answer on how you want us to do this.
Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, thanks, Five Guys, Wendy's.
I have an easy one, but if you take away money, Five Guys becomes my number 2.
See, I think I'm kind of hot takey. Taste, ooh.
All right. Out of the first 3, okay, fuck.
Taste, value, and buying.
Well, there's 2 options. Buying's the same as value. Taste. I'll count the taste. You count the value. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can just do both at this
A
point.
lot of people want taste. I think it's where
I think
taste.
it's easy
it's
enough
where
to-
it's where taste meets value.
So that's value.
Both of them.
So that's value.
I think doing value is like the value is based on the taste.
Yeah.
So I guess
It's not just ranking the prices.
Right.
that one. The list is done for you. It's
Yeah.
just the
Price, yeah.
I've got Five Guys last. Every time I leave Five Guys, I feel absolutely disgusting. Like worse than these other places.
Interesting. I think Five Guys makes a good burger when you make it, but it's just so expensive that it's crazy.
I mean, the
It's
way
not
it
like a
comes-
quick lunch spot.
Yeah, the way it comes in the bag with everything else, I've never left Five Guys and had a good experience.
I have Taco Bell last.
I like Taco Bell. Let's go first, right?
Chick-fil-A is my easy number 1.
Yeah.
Easy. It's like quality and good and cheap, and it's clean.
It's probably
It's not like every Five Guys or every Chick-fil-A is clean when you go in there. You don't feel like a bag of shit walking in and out of a Chick-fil-A.
yeah. I'm probably
Wish they were nicer to gays, but
Oh, big time.
I haven't been able to get over that.
It's Chipotle,
I have Chipotle last or second last. I did not like Chipotle.
Chipotle, Wendy's.
You have Wendy's over McDonald's?
Yeah.
Because if we're doing value-wise, McDonald's is...
Taco Bell, McDonald's, Five Guys.
So, yeah, taste-wise would be Chick-fil-A, Five Guys, Wendy's, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Chipotle. And then value-wise, Five Guys slides down and McDonald's slides up to like 3. Because a McDouble and a McDouble and a McChicken is like $3.50.
When's the last time you've done McDanks?
I haven't done McDonald's in a real.
I don't know, like last month.
Really?
Katie loves McDonald's.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
And we had a McDonald's by her house in California. And I'll just get a McDouble and a McChicken and
Because I was thinking
$3.50.
I was thinking this the other day. I'm hitting a dangerous point in my life where I haven't gone to McDonald's in so long that like I'm becoming the I haven't gone to McDonald's in so long guy.
I think that's kind of where I am too, Jake.
It's tricky, man.
I'm not a Chipotle.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know when I last like got food there.
Yeah.
Stopped in for a coffee.
No Chipotle for you?
We get it because it's close here, but
Close. We've had.
it's like, yeah, I try to get the spiciest sauce because I think it's so bland and boring. And then if you get cheese, they just smother the cheese. And now I like how you say you walk away from Five Guys, how I walk away from Chipotle.
Chipotle.
I feel
Fair.
I feel disgusting after Chipotle.
That's fair. You got to know what you're doing. You can do Chipotle right.
And I think Chipotle doesn't want that reputation. I think they want.
They want to
They
be
like
clean.
to think they're the clean place.
Yeah, but they've given the whole country
not.
diarrhea like 5 times.
Yeah.
They shut down.
Yeah.
They're like not clean at all.
That's how you lose the weight.
Yeah. And like, you know, Chipotle is very much what's a good comparison? Like Panda Express for Chinese food. Like when you live in a place that the Bronx doesn't have it, but when you live in like California in a place that has like lunch spots that serve burritos and taco bowls, you would never go to Chipotle. It's like getting Panda Express when there's like actual good Chinese places for lunch around.
That's true. That's true. I think on the East Coast there's a little bit of a different argument, but I mean California, absolutely. I want to go.
Yeah,
to
there's not a
Chipotle.
lot of good lunch spots, but yeah. And Chipotle, they roll the burritos like terribly. Like
I never get the rolled burrito.
they don't mix it. I rarely get it, but the bowl, boring. Shake Shack versus Five Guys, they're like different animals.
Yeah.
But Shake Shack,
Shake
I like
Shack.
more.
Yeah, Shake Shack.
Yeah. But it's like an event. Like if there's a line, like it's almost like
Yeah.
last 2 times I tried to go to Shake Shack in the city, there was like a line, and I just said, "Fuck that." I'm waiting in line.
Yeah, I feel like Shake Shacks in the city always have a line out the door. Like not like
It's
a
not-
not even a
it's like-
COVID thing. Just there's always a line out the
Yeah.
door. It's like
Never. I'm not a line. person.
why? I'm not a line for food guy at all. I'm not a line for really anything guy. But if I have to, I have to.
Yeah. I like In-N-Out. In-N-Out, there's never a line, and if you do value-wise, In-N-Out wins in a landslide. It's like cheaper than McDonald's. In-N-Out's crazy cheap. I don't even get
Yeah.
raise your prices, guys.
It's working.
All right.
We got
And honest on
opinion on
Taco
Taco
Bell,
Bell,
like
no
I'll
BS.
get Taco Bell and I enjoy it, but I feel gross before it. Before I get to the point where
There's
like
a dread.
I think we're getting Taco Bell, I'm like, fuck it. Think I'm getting Taco Bell, and I feel gross walking in. And then it's kind of just like what's the sin? Gluttony? Or when you're fat?
Yeah.
I think it's gluttony is what you're
Yeah.
looking for.
It's like I'm down in the dumps today.
I think they've tried to evolve a little bit. I went one of the nights we were working late. I think the only thing open was Taco Bell, and I finally did it. And like you can get like they have a chicken and rice burrito on there that's not like killer, but
You can do it.
there's
right.
a lot of stuff along the way.
Never had it.
We have any other
Which is a
questions?
problem.
You've never had Taco Bell?
No, I like. There's a lot of fast food places I've like not had.
What do you mean
So I need-
never had?
I've never had it.
He's never had it.
That doesn't add up.
I need to break that sometimes.
Have you had
soon.
Wendy's?
Yeah. Wendy's I've had like kind of.
What others haven't you had? Have you had?
It's like a conscientious choice that I never do Chick-fil-A because like my mom would kill me. We have like a strict rule in the house, like none of you are allowed to.
It's really good.
Yeah, when we did the Florida trip and it was like unanimous that we were going, I was like, all right, I can't tell Mom about this, but
There's
so
a
I did
Popeyes by the eye doctor, by the Starbucks and over there. So I had to go to the eye doctor twice. So I got Popeyes both. Not bad. That spicy chicken they have. Again, it's like you don't want.
Yeah.
I can't eat a lot of gross food, but whatever.
Haven't
It was good.
Had White Castle, someone threw in there. I don't think I've had that.
White Castle's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
White Castle's value-wise fine, but you will feel like you're made of grease. It's so disgusting. Tastes good, so disgusting.
Never had Chipotle until we started doing it here. I'm like not a big fan, but when we got to do it, we got to do it. It's kind of the thing I can get through. So
for all of our Midwest and West Coast listeners, I am a big fan of Carl's Jr. / Hardee's. If you had lined me up, I'd probably go get a Western from Carl's Jr. like pretty early in the line. I wouldn't do it over In-N-Out. I wouldn't I wouldn't do it over. I don't know. It'd be up there. I like those. Jack in the Box, that's gross.
never been.
I mean, if you're eating Jack in the Box sober, you're in a bad spot.
Had that happen once.
Culver's, dude. Have you ever had Culver's in the Midwest?
I think so.
Their whole
I think
thing
it's
is just
Culver's.
like they just dip shit in butter
Yeah.
and grease. It's really good, but it's a little like it's one step nicer than White Castle, but it's like the greasiest shit you'll ever eat. Good milkshakes though. Subway would be the bottom of my list.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I liked Subway because it was also like the one. It's just the fast food place that was in the downtown where people would go to.
What I said about Chipotle,
But
like
I had
how
it once as an adult, and I was like, "Oh my god, I hate this."
in California you can get a burrito or a taco bowl like better anywhere else. In the East Coast, you can get this better. You know, if you're hungry for a sandwich, you can get a better sandwich in Subway at any town in America.
East Coast.
Anywhere.
Much.
Anyway, we got any other questions?
Oh yeah. Let's see. This one comes from Brosif. What's up, guys? I've been watching a bunch of comedians lately. I want to know if you guys had any favorite comedians, any specials you've watched recently. Good, bad, okay. Stand-up comedy. Discuss.
Jake's a big stand-up comedy fan. I
Used to be.
This guy's on a kick.
I mean, I just like the top guys, Burr and Chappelle, and
Yeah.
I don't float around like I'll listen to probably the 1% of stand-up comedians.
You don't
and
just
I-
throw one on and give it a test.
No, it's not my genre. I'm like majority of the time I'm not into it.
Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, I like Pat
Like
Oswalt.
him.
Gaffigan, I like him.
Gaffigan. Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't hunt out stand-ups.
But you like the format.
I do. Yeah, you hate the format,
Yeah.
which I think is your thing with stand-ups. Yeah, I mean, it's the hardest thing to do, to stand in front of a stage and be funny. So I give credit to those people.
Well, I agree with that, and then credit to anyone who tries it.
Right.
But it's so easy to fail. That's why I think I find myself not enjoying it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, and I would never hunt out someone until, like, I heard about it from someone else.
Yeah. Katie went through a phase where she was just watching a lot of the Amazon specials.
Yeah, like, I want to do that.
Dude, there was one. I don't want to be mean.
Oh. It can be
I'd
tough.
say like once every other year I get like a week that I pound a bunch in a week. But then like it's a phase.
I mean, this one stinks now, but, like, Louis C.K.,
Dude, he was funny. When Louis C.K.
he's got some good stand-ups.
Louis
I watched
C.K.
his,
does
like,
the
new one over the summer. And
when he does the
really funny.
does the visual about they were like beheading people, and they they beheaded the bald guy who was like male pattern balding. So they instead of showing the head like this with the hair, he's showing it by holding the side. I remember first time I was dying.
Yeah, I mean,
Katie-
Bill Burr's got some good stuff.
Yeah, I like Bill Burr,
You're
but
a Mitch Hedberg guy.
my thing is I don't like the format. So like I'd much rather listen to Bill Burr as a podcast guest or a podcast, and he'll doing the same bit just talking to Conan, and I'll find it so much funnier than if he's on stage just delivering it himself.
they like work it into all the
Yeah,
interviews and stuff
same
they
with
do. They use it as reps.
D'Elia got canceled now, but his stand up I thought sucked.
Yeah.
and his podcast I thought was hilarious. So it's like I just not a fan of the format of a guy standing on stage telling a joke at me. I
Yeah.
much like the conversational jokes.
Yeah.
There's some woman that did an Amazon special that Katie liked, and I was like, every joke is about the same exact thing.
Yeah.
It's bad. So I don't know if we answered the question or not, but Patton Oswalt,
We said a lot of names
Nick
there.
Swartzen had one that we really liked when we were in college. Like, I don't know if we'd still enjoy that, but we liked it a lot.
It would get some laughs out of us. I think it's also, it's a growing older thing that there's a little bit of kind of, I think people call it the SNL effect, that like if you hear a good stand-up, between ages 13 and 23,
Yeah, your formidable
that
years.
resonates more with you than now.
Yeah. Norm Macdonald, big Norm fan. But I don't know.
love
I don't
Norm.
want to tell you a stand-up I like. I just watch his guests and
Right.
podcast. I like the Norm Macdonald podcast. Before it went to Netflix, when it was just like a YouTube show and it was shitty, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Big fan of Norm. Anything else?
We do have one. This comes from Evan Hutchins. I thought about pushing it, but
Ev
let's just
Hutch.
do
Last
it.
one of the day.
Closer.
This is the closer. I'm trying to put it up onto the screen so you guys can see it,
Ooh.
and because it's going to be confusing to read. But he basically sent this picture and says this has led to many debates between me and my friends.
Okay.
You guys can just rip it if you're going to be able to read it. Let's see.
How many holes does a given object have?
I can forward you guys. I can send you the
Maybe
image
I-
in Slack.
Yeah, I can't see.
Yeah.
I can't make
Yeah,
out
yeah,
the
yeah.
words.
How many holes?
Thought it was going to work, but
Is
the
it
audience
given-
should be able to read it. Okay. Just sent that to both of you. Should be able to read it now. Should be good on the screen for the people.
Okay. A straw has one hole.
Agree.
A donut has one hole.
Agree.
A rubber band has 0 holes. Or one.
One hole.
Yeah. If someone said 0, I would be like, I can see that because it's just one surface that ties together. But that's kind of like
That's
a
a
donut, and a
donut.
straw. Same thing. Those are all
Yeah.
the same. So
Those
all
are
one.
one.
A cup, one hole. Or no holes. Because a hole has to go all the way through. No, you can have a hole into
No.
something, so one hole. Is that their argument about a straw not having a hole then?
I think so.
Because I kind
that's
of, with
the
a rubber
device.
band, I
Right, you
got
went
to there.
there.
No hole.
I mean, a cup has a hole.
I don't know if a cup has a hole.
A cup is a hole.
Yeah, a bowl. See, a bowl doesn't have a hole, so I don't think a cup has a hole.
Yeah, I'm going no hole on cup and ball.
A spoon, no hole.
No hole.
The letter O. I'm gonna disregard that one. I don't even like it at all.
That's not how this works.
It's a flat object. Like it's not a 3D thing.
And no hole.
The no hole. A washer for bolts. That has a hole. For sure. You have to like put the screw through the hole. That's how you tell a little kid.
Yeah, I mean that's a one.
One hole.
Yeah.
A loop on a knot.
I mean, are we talking like perfectly tied together? Or is that like a trick question?
I think, say you're trying to teach a kid how to tie his shoes, make a loop, then put the one through the hole. I think that, so then you're creating a hole. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess like three. Three's not even an option. A loop on a knot. What's a knot?
Yeah, when I was looking at this yesterday, that was the only one that like I couldn't figure out.
Like
A lot
when
of
you-
different knots.
what people
Like when
point
you
to.
tie a knot, like I do this,
Okay.
they're talking about this right here. Is this a hole?
So just the loop.
yeah,
like
loop.
just
So
that,
not a
like,
tied knot.
because like when
Yeah,
you've tied
or like
it-
this. Or this. Here you go. What's that?
Okay.
Like I see an argument for two there.
2.
Yeah.
Where's the second hole?
First hole's there.
Where?
Like where the wires overcross make separate holes.
If I was all loosey goosey with it, you'd have you could have
Right?
3
That's
here.
what I'm saying.
But a knot's tied. See, this is just throw it
Yeah.
out. Just throw it out. I don't know. I'm gonna go that. I'm gonna stick with a hole has to go all the way through. Like I don't think a cup. I don't think we'd be like this is a hole.
What about a golf hole? Back to golf. Get it in the
'Cause
hole.
it is a cup.
Yeah,
It's also referenced as a cup.
yeah.
It's tricky. I get it.
Because there's a hole in the ground and then there's a cup under the hole.
In the hole.
In the hole. So it's
Yeah.
two different things.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
So I think a cup.
Cup's out.
I think cup, bowl, spoon. I'm 0 hole.
Yeah.
It says that some people here voted that
Spoon is so
there's a
douchey.
hole in a spoon and like go
Get outta
fuck
here.
yourself.
If you want to have bowl, go for it. Knock yourself out. Spoon.
No. And like a washer for bolts clearly has a hole.
Well, it looks like some people said 2, so I'm wondering what the argument there is.
The same for straw. A lot of people said 2 for straw.
Right. Because it's
It's
like
got-
both. It's got 2 ends.
2 openings to the same
so
hole.
each end.
Yeah.
I get it.
How many holes are in this room?
It's the belly button hole. Or a cup.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's heavy.
That's the last email, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, send in some more brain busters. JJR at jomboymedia.com.
More of it.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We're out till next Wednesday. In the meantime, if you subscribe to this YouTube channel, check out Watching Baggage and watching other shows. We have a Watching Baggage coming out on Friday that Jake and I very much enjoyed. The horse
Good.
chain guy.
It's good.
It was really good.
Laughing.
Yeah. If you're on the podcast app, you can leave a review. Those help. We're starting to get more promote-y because we realize it's in our best interest to promote ourselves.
We get it.
Gross. Do we have outro music?
I definitely don't. Last time we just played Bet of the Day again because we like that. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Chiefs -7.